You hear me?
I hear you perfectly.
Okay. We are first ever official Big.Brain.Boys podcast.
Welcome, everyone.
Yo, I'm your co-host, Esteban.
Juan Julio Ricardo Ramirez the second.
Nah, I'm your co-host, Steve, with my boy.
Your co-host or host
Also
slash
host,
co-host,
co-host. Yeah.
Chase.
So basically, as you all know, I was doing that other podcast, No disrespect, but me and Danny decided to go our own ways with that stuff. So but I wasn't letting down the podcast. So
Yeah, they had a brawl in a pig pen.
yeah, it was pretty muddy, dirty, nice, old-fashioned brawl, but I came out victorious and clapped some cheeks after that,
Little robo match.
Yeah, a little little robo match, and that was the wave. But nah, all seriousness though, Danny is doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing, and that's just what's up.
Hopefully, we're gonna make this a Monday night thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Well, we're gonna record it on Monday nights.
A weekly thing, at least.
Weekly, at least bi-weekly.
That would be ideal. Yeah.
That would be ideal. But we're gonna see how it goes from here on out, and we're not gonna be moving to video.
We're not.
As of
we're
now,
fucking ugly.
As of now, we are fucking ugly. But as of now,
we're actually both naked right now and bathing our feet. So it would really
yeah, that would be a bad visual for you guys. But now that you have that visual in your head, do what you want with that.
Leave it to the imagination. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go. Leave it to the imagination. Can't watch a video while you're driving, but you can listen to some audio. So look at it like that. I'm gonna make you a little bit louder because on here,
do your thing. Do your thing.
On here, it says you're tad low, and I'm a tad loud. But I'm
you can always adjust,
Yeah, it is what it is.
Post editing, of course.
Of course.
So what do you think is the main goal of this podcast? Is it to entertain? Is it to inform?
I think a little bit of everything. Here to persuade.
Okay.
I think we're just here to have fun. Just talk. Maybe we could have guests on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
We could do a guest.
We could have like debates about different topics.
Man.
Anything really.
Yeah.
Just here to just discuss things in like the real world.
Yeah.
And just
talk about stuff that's going on.
Yeah. Reflect, and just go a little deep. Going.
Yeah.
Meaning of life. All that kind of stuff.
Get a little H, bro. Come on.
Get a little horny.
Get a little H up in here, baby. All right, so we got a couple of topics. By a couple, I mean 1.5 that we got on the board.
The half is pretty good, though.
Half is pretty good. Now, before we get into those, how long are we thinking these are going to be? I'm going like 15 minutes.
15?
15, 20.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Just to start off with. Yeah, it's kind of like
H3 is like an hour and a half.
All right.
And I feel like that's like OD.
Yeah, it is a lot, I feel like, especially, and also with the Joe Rogan show, I always find myself watching the small clips.
Yeah, like the
highlights.
highlights.
Rather than the actual podcast
so let's just
itself.
make this one big highlight, one like 20-minute highlight.
Okay.
That's it.
I like that. We're just coming up with it on the spot.
There we go. So you guys developed it with us, but not really because you're hearing it like a week later.
But I still like it.
But, that's still the wave. All right, so we got our list. So on our list for the Big.Brain Boys, Chase, you want to start this one out? Because I don't really know how to segue into it.
Well, let's talk about just people who are insecure and how that reflects on how they behave towards other people. That was one of our topics, and just how there's a lot of like insecure people in the world, and just
They ain't with it, man. Yo, these insecure people. Listen, if you're insecure, you got to just realize that like you could make yourself so much better than anybody else. Like if you just if people put their mind to things, they would be big brain boys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because it's like, okay, I understand that like in society, there's always going to be barriers,
Society.
There's always going to be barriers. There's always going to be things that are going to, knock you down, get in your way. That's just life. But, like, I feel like you grow from suffering, and some people just let that suffering kind of overcome them.
Yeah, you got to grow from that.
Exactly. Like people let the suffering overcome them instead of like them overcoming the suffering.
Right.
And then like they just kind of become very bitter towards life, and the only way that they feel like whole again most of the time is by like putting down others or having a sense that in order for them to feel like accepted with themselves, they need to be above others.
Right.
Because if they're not in that situation, then they feel like they're below others, and that's why they're so insecure about things. You know, it's a very hard thing to talk about because every situation is so different. You know, there's so many.
Everybody comes from a different background.
Exactly, like it's so complex, and there's so many different variables in life that it's hard to just give like concrete answers for things. You know.
Right. No, I totally feel you with that. I feel like I said, with everybody coming from a different background, I feel like I'm in like a college discussion board right now, bro. This is like, we're talking about real life questions up in here, bro. We're talking about the real life shit.
Please respond to 3 of your peers on Blackboard.
Yeah, seriously, with this, this is big brain talk, man.
Big.Brain.Boys.
That's what it's about. But nah, like seriously, in response to your statement,
Thank you.
I would like to say, I totally agree with Chase on that one though. That's he's 100% right. Like when people let the worst in their life get the best of them, it's all downhill from there. Like people, these insecure people, and really anybody who just gets a bitter moment in their life, they just gotta really realize that like they're so much better than that one moment, and that they can grow from that and learn so much, become so much of a bigger, better person. Because we've all had that rut before.
Yeah,
and
everyone.
you know, everybody's been in a rut like that, and me myself, you know, I did so many things to combat that rut, and I feel like a million times better than I was. I feel like a million times better than I was before I was in that rut. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and you have to realize that like we are just so lucky to be alive. Like in general, like
exactly.
Even no matter how shit your life is, whether your parents hate you or beat you or whatever,
Right.
whether you're broke and you have no money or you feel like so trapped in life, you have to realize that you should just be grateful for being alive, you know?
Exactly.
And I know that's like that's happiness in its simplest form.
Right.
It's
right.
very easy to think about all the negative things.
Right.
But if you start to change the way that your mind works and you start thinking, okay, like I have this, you know, if you have like food and a home, then you're luckier than pretty much
a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people. Over a billion people, you're luckier than.
You really are.
And everyone has so much potential in life, you know, like
Exactly. That home and that food. Let's say everything else in your life is shitty. That shelter and food is your starting point. You just grow from there. You don't have to. Let's say you don't get along with your parents or you don't agree with them. You go away from them. You do what they didn't do to you. You do better than what everybody else around you is doing. You strive to be the best that you can.
And revenge is very bittersweet because
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
Let's talk about like revenge against like bullies and stuff like that.
Okay, as far as what? Like let's say
like whenever you get your revenge on someone, there's like this ultimate high. And
right.
It's like I feel so much better now that like I've let out all of the emotion that has been building up, you know, like so
right.
someone's bullying you for like all of your life.
And then you fuck them up.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
And then you fuck them up, and that high moment you're going to feel like so much better, but then the low is just going to be so much worse because you just like
yeah.
When you're bullied and you let that person get an emotional reaction out of you, you're letting them win.
Yeah.
You're letting them win big time. And like I said, like every situation is just so complex. Like it's just very hard to find like a concrete answer, you know, because there's just so many problems that you could have in life and so many good things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I do feel like genuinely like everything happens for a reason, and good people eventually get, you know, like what they deserve and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
You have to definitely reach out and work for it, you know.
All that you know, and all that little extra help is always there. You know, it's always available, and people don't really realize that how available it is. You know, whether it is talking to somebody or anything, it's there. You know, it could and it's not like I don't want to do that because I'm a weirdo. I go to therapy or something like that.
Yeah, like
everybody goes to therapy.
No one should ever in their life be ashamed of bettering themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I will see like like bigger people in the gym.
Right.
They're very heavy.
Right.
And I'll see like other people like making fun of them, and that doesn't really make sense to me.
That's so scummy.
It's like, how are you going to make fun of someone for trying to better themselves and enjoy their life better, And a lot of people don't realize this, but like, happiness is something that you're constantly working towards.
Yeah, you always want to be.
That's just the human condition.
Yeah, you always want to be just at your happiest. You want to feel good.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel like shit. You want to feel good.
I don't want to feel like shit, you know? It fucking sucks to feel like that
does.
all the time.
Feel that low all the time. You know, and a lot of us have been down that path, and you know, for those of us who are on a high right now and are feeling really good, you know, we all know that it sucks, you know, being that low. It really sucks, and you don't want to feel like that. When you're in those moments, a lot of times I thought to myself, wow, this is bad. And then you start thinking about when you were feeling good, and you're like, how do I get back there? And you start doing things that you like, and you know, just start being yourself. And honestly, it helps. Helped me.
Yeah.
Helped me when I was in a rough spot. Be yourself, man.
It's very easy to lose yourself when you're going through a tough time.
It is. It 100%.
Very easy.
Big brain shit.
You know,
man.
whether it's a tough breakup or something that's, you know, maybe you didn't get accepted to the college that you wanted or something along those lines.
She ain't worth it. She ain't worth it. Tell you that much. She ain't worth it. Damn, son. No, but he's right though. Like,
you know, if you're not receiving the energy that you're giving out, then it's just not worth it, you know, because you deserve someone that's gonna love you for you, you know, not someone that's gonna
like even coming to college, like you deserve the one that'll best fit you, you know.
Exactly. And it's okay. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my God, like I'm freaking out, like I don't have this plan, you know.
Right.
And it's very intimidating, especially when you get out of high school. It's like, I feel like I don't know what the fuck to do with my life anymore. Like, I've had these people making decisions for me ever since I was in
and now you're all on
kindergarten
your own.
or pre-K or whatever. And now you're free to make decisions of your own, and it's
right. It's scary.
It's scary, and it's really weird.
Yeah, that sense of independence. You've been dependent on everybody pretty much your whole life. I mean, depending on where you come from,
and sometimes you'll also feel like you're kind of lacking in identity.
Right.
Like you feel like you've just been kind of going through the motions. You know, you did decent in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, applied to a few colleges, and then it's just like, okay, now what do I want to do with my life?
Right.
That's a very scary thing, you know.
It is.
And college definitely isn't for everyone.
Oh, 100%. I thoroughly believe that college isn't for everyone. I mean, but I know so many people who didn't go to college that are thriving. You know, people our age, you know, we're going to be 20 this year, and so many people they're working their asses off, man. They're doing what they want to, but they want to do that. You know, they're going to trade schools.
If you have a passion, I believe, especially like we are so young, people get like careers in their life to start with when they're like in their 30s or 40s.
Yeah, man, my dad got on the FD when he was like 34, 33.
Exactly.
Like,
and what was he doing before that?
He was in the painting union.
Painting.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he liked it.
Yeah, I guess he liked it.
I mean, that's awesome though. Like, I feel like everyone should, you know, if you have a dream, no matter how unrealistic it may seem, if you love something and you feel like you can like really just make your life better and you'll really enjoy the rest of your life doing that thing, then you should really chase it. Like
100%, man. Chase your dreams. Chase over here your dreams. Chase Navertney your dreams. But yeah, big brain boys, bro. We got the Brainiac board back here, and honestly, that was our only topic to discuss. But I don't know what I was gonna say.
Let's come up with like a little lesson plan, like you know, like a little conclusion.
Yeah,
you know,
let's
like
come up with a little conclusion.
What should you take away from this podcast?
I think I mean, obviously this one was a little more serious. This was like an introduction. This was like kind of what we're about and like our basic thoughts, and you know, but we are funny too.
Yeah,
we're funny guys.
Yeah, it's not always gonna be like this serious and deep. It's just something we wanted to kind of grab your.
Depression is a serious topic that we always must discuss. Like, it's not gonna be like us just being boring. You know, we're gonna be doing stupid shit too.
We're doing some real fun stuff.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that part out. But
or lower the volume significantly.
Oh, very significantly. But no, I'd say the takeaway lesson from this and from us is just that we're gonna be. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's just for us to just talk shit out
just like Also, like, if you guys have ideas for a topic or anything,
Let us know.
we'd be happy to discuss it. You know,
Come on with us,
anything.
bro.
Yeah.
Skype call. Come to the crib, bro. Come on.
pull up to the brim.
Pull up to the bridge.
We got Girl Scout cookies, but it's a very limited supply.
Very limited supply, and they'll be gone by next week. So honestly, I'm gonna have to give you a dub on those. But we've been rolling for about 15 minutes now. But honestly, I kind of don't want to end it.
Yeah, I definitely.
That time kind of flew by, you know.
But let's just conclude this one.
You want to conclude this
Yeah.
one right here? Okay. All right.
So that I feel like the takeaway from this one should be just like you need to be comfortable like in your own skin, you know?
Yeah.
Like you need to be comfortable and you also need to be confident in yourself
Exactly.
and your abilities, you know?
Be happy,
Because if
man.
you're not confident in yourself and your abilities, then you might not chase your dreams or chase the life that you really, really want for yourself. And you might go a safer route because, you know, like, oh, I might fail. But you should be confident in yourself.
Exactly.
And know that you are capable of anything. Like, you put your mind to. There have been people in complete shit situations who have become millionaires and billionaires. And money isn't everything, but you can... all I'm saying is that you can go from the lowest point to the highest point. It's just how much are you willing to sacrifice and how much work are you willing to put in. That's really all it comes down to, because everybody, if they truly wanted to, has the potential to do anything that they want with their life.
I concur.
So I think that's a good time to just wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Thanks for listening. Like, really
thanks.
appreciate it.
Thanks
Like,
for tuning in.
You
This is going to be a start to something new, something cool. Yo, you think we should start up an Instagram for the Big Brain Boys?
that might be something that has to be discussed. But if you guys, you know, if have any criticism for
any
us,
criticism,
anything,
any ideas,
any ideas
you want to see on here, if you want to come on here, you know.
Yeah, we'll be happy to just chill out.
I got the third chair. I could set up the third mic, or we could share a mic too. You know what I'm saying? We could share a mic. But all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in for the first Big Brain Boys podcast. It's your boy Steve.
It's your boy Chase.
We out this bitch.